And can you guess who our first team is? I'll give you a hint.
Uh-huh.
Eastern Conference, first
Okay.
half of the alphabet.
Columbus Crew.
Ding, dude, get off of my computer. This is absurdity. I'm not okay with this. Okay, Columbus Crew. So this one was tough for me because for a team that was supposed to, during our preseason predictions, just absolutely tear this league apart, nobody's really impressed. It seems like everybody's underperformed, right? The only person, after looking through a list of the roster and how they've played, that might fill that impressive title is Abubakar Keita, 21-year-old homegrown center back. He's been pretty good. You know, you watch him, he's been holding his own in a team that has been vastly underperforming. But nobody in there who we, you know, like I said, you've got your Zelarayan's, your Pedro Santos, the players that we expect to be good have been good. And that's kind of the other description of this is players like Nani, Zelarayan, Carlos Hill, like players that we expect to be really, really good, don't fit the most impressive title because we expect that from them, right? So there's a higher level. So I've kept them off of this list. The only person who everybody else outside of that has been rather under impressive. So I've given Abu Kaita this title right now. But outside of that, I think everybody's been, and again, they've been kind of hit hard with injuries and with international call-ups, right? Eli Room missed a little bit. Zardes missed a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of what I went with. The other person I thought about was Darlington Nagby. But again, he's one of those guys who I kind of just expect, 96% passing percentage. It's kind of just what I expect out of him for 20 games.
Yeah, part of the neck course.
Yeah. But again, you're looking at guys like Artur, who was a monster last year, 6 games played. Milton Valenzuela, 4 games played. Even Abu Kaita, 12 games played, and 4 of them are sub appearances. Like a lot of this team hasn't been consistent enough to be like, yeah, a lot of these players are up there for really impressive,
Yeah, I think. So I almost took this in a different way. Like
Mhm.
I know, rather than going for guys who played above the level we expected them to play at the beginning of the season, I kind of just went for who is playing the best, like who is their most influential, like who is their best player essentially. And then I kind of took the second part as more so like the reverse, like who's someone that we expected to do good things and has kind of been underperforming.
Gotcha.
So I would probably say Zelarayan for Columbus. I think that's a pretty safe choice to pick for someone who's been playing very well for them. 6 goals, 2 assists. And I'm sure he's very much involved, even when it's not necessarily about goals and assists. I mean, he's the attacking midfield player that they were hoping to get, and I think he's lived up to it so far. Maybe not to the exact level we were expecting, but I think he's definitely been a quality player for them. And I kind of agree that you could put maybe some other people like Nagby in this case as another like honorable mention shout. For me, for the most underperforming, I really have no idea what the injury situation has been for players throughout the season. So feel free to correct me if you know the injury history of these guys a little bit more, but I would go with Kevin Molino.
Yep, that's who I went with too. 11 games, 1 goal, 0 assists on a team that hasn't really been scoring at all after coming off the season that he had with Minnesota.
Yeah.
That definitely warrants underperforming. If I were to go back and say, all right, we'll do 3 picks then. We'll go most impressive, best player, most unimpressive, right?
Okay.
So
That's
we'll,
fair.
we'll do that, and that's cool too. So I agree with you, Zelarayan, in the best player. There's not much of a question as to why. But yeah, no, Kevin Molino definitely is my pick for least impressive. Just under 600 minutes on a team that's having tons of scoring issues. You think he would have the technical ability to step in and make a difference, but he just kind of has been another guy, which has been very interesting. So
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that that I agree. You don't really hear his name much anymore.
No,
Whereas Minnesota was like at least like once every week, once every other week, you'd be hearing
right.
about Molino doing something for them.
And it's not like he's not playing with good players either, right? You know, like how he played off Reynoso in Minnesota. He's playing
Oh
off
yeah,
of Zelarayan and Pedro Santos. Like,
yeah.
um,
He's got a
so
great team around him here.
yeah, he's got a really good team around him.